Hello, everybody. It's me, TONIK TZW. We're here with the early access Tier 6 Connecticut, which is a hybrid battleship slash carrier. And I've called this one's Frankenstein's Monster because this is really what happens when cousins make babies. And I bought one crate, so I was mighty pleased that when I opened that crate, that I actually got the ship out of it. So a little bit of hooray for me there for dropping a ship out of a crate. It's a rare occasion that I buy crates. It's an even rare occasion that I get a ship. But we've put the stars and stripes on this one. And as you can see, we've got two front turrets with 4 guns each. Give us 8 barrels. And then we've got half an aircraft carrier sort of welded onto the top of it. And I was a little unsure about how these would really work. I'd come against a few early in the morning of the update, and so I decided that I would play some games in this one and try and tick off the missions. Now, I'm not going to promise you an all-star, high-caliber Confederate Kraken Dev Strike, close quarters, and everything like that. What I wanted to talk about was the way in which you can get these ships, because what I don't like to see people doing is throwing money at this game and coming away empty-handed, because there are ways to get your hands on this ship and the others for free. The first way is to play through the campaign, because as you play through the campaign, there are some of the small US hybrid crates available through the campaign, and those are completely free of charge. And if you go into the store and you've got enough silver credits, not doubloons, silver credits, you can buy some additional small crates for silver credits. I believe the maximum is 5. And you can also buy 5 small crates for global XP. And that'll give you 10 crates, and a lot of people have been getting lucky off those ones. There are, of course, the whales that will go and throw down doubloons straight away in the hope that they get everything, and then cry on Facebook when they get nothing. But if you look at the crate description when you go in to buy them, there is a guaranteed drop system, and I believe that the number of crates that you would need to buy, it's 750 doubloons each to get all of the early access ships, is 90. And I haven't got my calculator here. Let me just do. So 90 times 750 is 67,500 doubloons. So that's probably going to be in the region of, what's 40,000 doubloons? It's £110 or something, isn't it? Basically, it's a ridiculous amount of money. Now, literally, you do not have to spend a single penny to get any of these hybrid ships, because they are not premiums. They are in early access, which means that at the end of this update, they will become available and researchable through the tech tree. So you'll be able to buy, as long as you've got the Colorado unlocked at tier 6, it will open up the branch for the hybrid battleships, and you can then purchase this one, the Connecticut. And yes, you've got a bit of a painful grind to go up through tier 7 to tier 8, but you could also boost that if you have a ton of global XP like I do. But will I waste it on this? I don't know. We'll have to have a look and see how much I enjoy playing it. What I will say is that Wargaming are completely turning this game on its head. They dialed up carriers to level 15 from where they were. And what have they done? I think they've done 2 hotfixes now. They did a Ministry of Balance after the first week that they updated the carrier gameplay. And they've put another Ministry of Balance in place with this update, which I think that affected pretty much everything regarding bomb damage, torpedo damage, and plane regeneration rates. But let's just say, if these things start to become popular, you won't just be worried about the aircraft carrier. When you think about the Seven Provinces cruiser with its airstrikes, if you get a couple of those in a game, plus a couple of these hybrid battleships, plus a carrier, you are literally going to get yourself nuked to hell if you get yourself within range of all of it at the same time. Think about a triple bomb drop from the Seven Provinces, torpedoes coming in from an aircraft carrier, and then you've got one of these hybrid battleships slapping you with its front guns, and then also either bombing or torpedoing you at the same time. And as is always the case in early stages of the update, you get a lot of people that are clustering, you've got a lot of people that are hanging back, because they don't know what to expect and they don't know what to do to counter it. And I've tried some different builds on this. I think with this build, I've got my American battleship build with Azure Lane Colorado, and who is it? Azure Lane Colorado, and then I know one of my inspirations is Azure Lane, New Jersey, for the extra damage over 10Ks, and then I think it's the Italian Battleship Commander for reduced reload. And the only problem with that build is with Azure Lane Colorado's skill, it's every third turret that you fire. And obviously, looking at this ship, it's only got 2 turrets, so you're not always going to get that bonus of the quick reload. So it's a little bit unusual, but I was trying things on for size, see how things played, see what I could do with the ship, and I'll give it, I'm not awesome. I'm not awesome. There are people who are going to get to grips with this ship very quickly. One of the things that I've been having trouble getting to grips with is this, the torpedo drop. I don't know if that was going to drop on the island, or if it's going to drop in the water and land on the ship. I can't say for sure, but I'm going to get absolutely shafted firing at this broadside. Bismarck, who's just run face first into an island, and he's going to disappear. So, yeah, I've tried a secondary build on this as one and tried playing a little bit more aggressive. I think my average damage is coming out at around 80,000 currently. Have I been playing cautiously? Yes, I have. I mean, here, look, Bismarck is flat against the back of the rocks, and those shots, even though they were placed on his bow, are going to land behind him. And I was like, you're absolutely kidding me. There we go. Look, they landed behind, even though they were placed in front of the ship. So I think RNG is giving people a little bit of a blessing on this one. So I've tried to play sort of center left of this map, not overcommit, not push myself too far out in the way of danger, because even though everybody's saying the Citadel sits really low on those, that doesn't mean to say that you can't get Citadeled. And trust me, I've received a few head-ringing Citadels playing this in the last day. But we did manage to get through all of our missions and to get the Independium out of it. But whether or not I'm going to be able to get the rest of it, I don't know. But one thing I'm not going to get is I can't remember the name of the ship now. The ship for all the Independium, I'm not going to throw money at that, because again, that is a frankly ridiculous amount of money to get a ship that is also going to become available in the Bureau at a later date. I believe it's next year. So there's a destroyer, there's a battleship, he's coming in. This is going to be cheap and cheerful, because we get the shots across the top, but not before he takes a hit from somebody else. But we will pick up that kill there. So as far as gameplay goes, I've tried playing aggressive. I've tried playing a little bit standoffish. One thing is, I will say, is a little bit like the Seven Provinces, you do have to get yourself forward and in range to be able to use these drops. And there is also a timer on it. You can see here that I'm struggling to sort of figure out where I'm going to put these ships. Now, when the map is busy, with a full team. All the while that you're in this view, you have no oversight of what is going on around you and who might be putting out on your broadside. And I think I excuse me, I think I dropped a little bit wrong there, but I'm going to get lucky and get a torpedo onto that guy. And there we go. We get a torpedo and a flood. And so now, obviously, I'm a battleship, or I'm a hybrid battleship, and I've been playing a little bit of a range game at the moment, and now everything's nearly dead. I can push in, but even now with this, my next salvo, RNG is going to absolutely screw me because we've got a cruiser running around an island. Their cruiser is running around the island. Here he comes, and he isn't quite flat broadside to me, but we're just going to miss everything here. Barely get a tickle on him. One pen, one over pen, and he is going to take care of our cruiser, who is continuing to sail broadside to him. And we're going to look to get a second shot on because this guy knows I'm behind him. He's going to want to get around that corner and out of sight of me. So I'm waiting for a bit more of a flat broadside. We put the shots out there, and we get one shatter and one penetration for next to nothing. So whether or not that's damage saturation or just really crap aim, I don't know. But we're going to deal with him. Let's deal with him because he is hiding behind this island somewhere. I'm expecting him to come around the corner, and so I'm going to just throw a torpedo drop in there. And this is actually quite clever because if he was thinking of coming sort of round the island, then those torpedoes might push him out of place a little bit, and that would be good for me. Carrier is still harassing me, and I know that this guy is out here somewhere. He's either running or he's going to try and do something silly. And this is World of Warships Legends, so of course he's going to try and do something silly, like either kill me, get me to damage control, or try and ram me. But in this case, he's going to get shot in the face, and I overturn here, and I'm thinking, great, the carrier knows where I am. I've just run into the rocks, and now I've got to back up. Now, I do use the engine propulsion mod on this one, not the rudder mod, because it is quite a lumbering beast, and I have enjoyed using the battleship shuffle of a little bit forwards, a little bit back, just to throw some shells off. And, it works. It works. You are a bloody big target, I will give you that. And I have taken some big hits or what appeared to be big hits and managed to survive. But this is the last ship in the game. Can we get a citadel and delete him? No, we can't. And is it going to be worth putting something like an epic reload mod on these guns or an epic accuracy mod? That's questionable. I think I might have to wait to see what it's like when I get up to the tier 7 and tier 8, because I think it could work out quite nicely. So there we go, a fairly cautious first look at the tier 6 Connecticut. We get a couple of kills there, we get a little bit of damage, and strangely, we finish second for the team. With 2500 base XP, which generally means you kind of knew what you were doing with your ship. So not a bad game, not the greatest of games, but there you go. You can follow my advice on how to acquire these ships, and let me know what you think about them and how well you're doing with them. And in the comments, let me know what build you are running in them. So, hope you've enjoyed it. Smash the like, leave me a comment, and as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.